Ladies and gentlemen, this is the ambassador of the World Wrestling Network, Trevin Adams, coming to you from the OCC Road House in Clearwater, Florida. And tonight, like we do every Monday, WWN presents WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. I assure you, it is going to be an awesome night of action. If you were here last week, you saw how things went down with DJ Mallory, with Benjy, Neptune. Well, tonight they will face off in this very ring. A little grudge match action, but that's not all. How about the return of Mikey Spandex? It's been a long time since we've seen Mikey Spandex, but he's going to face off against Brian Atomic, who's been on one heck of a roll. And of course, do you guys like championship matches? Well, how about the WWN Proving Ground Women's Championship being on the line? Ravyn Knight will challenge Scotti Sosa tonight. Could end up with history being made with a new champion. And finally, our main event. How many of you all are fans of La Area? A lot of La Area fans? Just the one section getting paid over there? Well, how about this? They're going to face off against the team that shocked us all when they returned to Full Impact Pro. Annihilation takes on La Area in our main event. That should be a barn burner. Nevertheless, let's hand things over to your live host, Michael James.
Thank you, Trevin. Thank you, OCC. Clearwater, Florida. Are you guys ready? Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get underway. Our opening bout is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first. He hails from Hidden Hills, California, weighing in at 225 pounds, the sharpshooter, Alex Vendetta.
Best and future champion right here.
And his opponent, he hails from the darkness wild, it's Beastley.
So welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ambassador of the World Wrestling Network, Trevin Adams, joined by Alex Green, the voice of WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. Appreciate you letting me into your home here, Alex.
Absolutely, Trevin, and what a night we have in store for us. Like you mentioned in the show open, Lemuria versus Annihilation, Proving Ground Women's Championship, Scotti Sosa versus Ravyn Knight. But we're kicking it off with Alex Vendetta going against Beastley, and we just saw these two team up and couldn't get quite on the same page. And here we are now. They finally square off one-on-one.
Yeah, just last week facing off against Jack and Mac, and looks like wasting no time here. The attack from Alex Vendetta going right after Beastley. Beastley, man, you want to talk about a guy with experience. Of course, Alex, you and I both known Beastley for a very long time. Beastley, 16 years in the sport. But would you believe Alex Vendetta, 15 years in the sport? Wait, Pin.
I did not know that about Alex Vendetta. I first met Beastley 10 years ago when he was a member of the American Combat Wrestling locker room.
OG Proving Ground, nevertheless. Vendetta in control, like you already mentioned. These two facing off last week. Things going down. Want to welcome any new viewers we have right now. I was supposed to mention this at the beginning, but of course we just came live here on both Facebook and YouTube. Look at Beastley taking a bite out of Vendetta. Nevertheless, you may have seen us streaming the WWE ID event presented in coordination with House of Champions. Appreciate you joining us if this is your first time watching WWN.
It was an incredible evening of wrestling at the House of Champions. Thank you for having us and having such an awesome event. But Alex Vendetta is in control here early on, right on the throat. The sharp shooter, Alex Vendetta.
But you see the signs of life from Beastley. Beastley's a tough guy in the best shape I've ever seen him in, to be honest. Looking great, minus the boot and not being able to get off the mat, but you get my point. With a quick pin.
Only a 1 count there, and both men. Alex Vendetta just recently made his debut for the World Wrestling Network. Beastley returning to the World Wrestling Network. They're both trying to make an impression, get in a championship hunt, break through, if you will. And Alex Vendetta's series of right hands only making Beastley angry.
As Beastley comes back to life, throwing those strikes. The fact that Beastley has held championships all over our sport, whether it's a heavyweight championship, a tag team championship, hell, a hardcore championship, Beastley is not afraid to break things down, but so is Vendetta, known as the sharpshooter. And in fact, taking down Beastley here, center of the ring.
What is he looking for here? Going for the arm, and once again, Beastley, the beast that he is, biting his opponent. They don't call him Beast for nothing, Trevin.
Official Gator Roberts admonishing Beastley, but as you said, it's kind of hard when it comes to Beastley. They say he comes from the darkest wilds. Some say he creeps from those wilds. He's got a very unorthodox mix of street fighting as well as you saw, flesh-ripping action. But beautiful sit out there, almost a modified Michinoku.
Going for the pin.
Not quite enough.
Fans were coming alive for Beastley, and Alex Vendetta with the modified Michinoku right in the middle of the ring.
Alex most recently hanging out with Hound Dog, getting some training, but obviously the attitude of Alex Vendetta really comes on from his time growing up on the mean streets of Puerto Rico. Really had a hit list. His goal was to be the best bounty hunter in the world, and at this point he's still really a gun for hire here as these two breaking down into strikes.
Beastley sends him into the corner. He's asking the fans what they want to see.
They're getting it. Head first goes Alex Vendetta. And again.
Back and forth, exhausting his opponent, and then off the ropes. What's Beastley going for? Headbutt.
But you can see what it's taken out this matchup from both athletes. Beastley now trying to crawl over to Vendetta. It's the Beastley part of him. Just wanting to continue to maul his opponent.
You got to wonder what that headbutt took out of him. It's taken him longer to get to his feet. But the fans getting behind Beastley. Series of forearms in the corner.
That, my friend, is a legal mugging right now. The official getting tossed out by Beastley, but while the official was distracted, the low blow, and I think this is it, Alex.
Here is your winner, Alex Vendetta.
And Beastley perhaps got a little too aggressive in the corner. Alex Vendetta capitalized with a low blow with the referee's back turn.
There's a reason he's called a sharpshooter, not afraid to bend some rules. Getting the win here tonight, Alex, but you and I both know, you cross Beastley, this is not the end of this story. Heck, I hope we have security in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. This might not be over in the locker room.
Beastley's such an awesome athlete. Great seeing him back here on WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. But of course, Alex Vendetta impressing. The more we see Vendetta, the more I realize not only is this a man I wouldn't want to cross, but of course, if you do cross, well, see what happens.
I don't think we've seen the last of this one. Beastley clearly upset with how that turned out. What a way to start Monday Night Mayhem. It is always mayhem. We are live and free on YouTube, Facebook, and we have so much more to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following women's contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Listen up, brokies. I'm the dime. You guys can't even
Clara change. Alex, you've watched Clara improve before our eyes here in WWN Proving Ground and really just keeps not only getting better, but finding ways to get the big wins. For getting her debut at Shine 82. And in fact, she will be a part of the huge 13th anniversary of Shine on August the 10th, Shine 83.
She has been training her ass off at the Death Proof Dojo with Chris Silvio, and she is here to impress. And tonight she's got Speed Demon BiiBii.
And her opponent, New Jersey. She is the Puerto Rican Speed Demon, BiiBii.
And the women's division has been flourishing here at WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. And we see that showcased once again right here, right now. The Speed Demon BiiBii taking on the Dime, Clara Change.
Anybody that comes to the ring with a billy club ready to beat you, yeah, no, I'm not going to mess with her. I've only been impressed by everything I've seen by Speed Demon BiiBii, and I think it's a big opportunity for both women.
Both women rising stars, both women with their eyes on Shine Wrestling, with their eyes on the WWN Proving Ground Women's Championship, and they can take one step closer to that right here with a big win.
When it comes to conditioning, Clara Change cut above the rest, and we keep talking about it as these women made their entrances. Again, Shine 83. It is the 13th anniversary of Shine. We've already announced the talent. Expect to see many more announcements. And what is Clara offering?
She has that spray. I don't know what exactly that spray is, and will she be bringing that spray to Shine 83? Lucky 13, the 13th anniversary. And we are underway here.
And that'll be August the 10th, streaming live on WWNLive.com and as part of your club WWN subscription. One of the best values in all of professional wrestling. You get tons of independent wrestling, both live and on demand at your fingertips. $9.99 a month. And the best part, you support independent wrestling.
And you can see athletes like Speed Demon BiiBii while she's dropping those elbows on the dime. Clara Change.
And yet another tough lady. Spent time in Shinto Ryu Karate. Actually won in a sparring tournament. Oh, not quite enough to keep down Clara Change.
Going for the pin once again.
Official Jay Taylor. Man is ready for the call, but here's the speed of the Speed Demon, but caught by a jumping knee. Could be a nose broken out.
Right in the face, no doubt about it. Trevin Clara Change said it is money time. And then the knee right to the midsection. And that knee right to the face, that would knock a normal person out. Speed Demon BiiBii is in trouble here.
What a momentum changer. There's nothing like getting busted open, basically. Whether there's blood or not, you know internal bleeding could be happening in the big boot as well.
Series of just vicious boots right to the chest. And now Clara Change from across the ring. Kick right to the face. Clara Change is on fire.
You got to look at Clara and talk about, as I've said before, wow, the athletics of this young lady into that cutter. Could it be?
A cartwheel cutter out of nowhere.
Personal trainer, high school competitive cheerleader, and now mounting BiiBii. Of course, here is the attitude of Clara Change.
She has had that attitude since she first debuted back at the World Wrestling Network Training Center. She had that attitude, I believe it was week 2 of WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem, and that attitude has only got more intense and worse as time has gone on.
Her credentials got her the eyes of WWE all the way back in December 2023. And Clara is now on that journey to get into the next level. Spent some time, as you already said, training with us, with the Death Proof JoJo, with flatbacks. But it's about what can happen in the moment, and there's Speed Demon coming back to life.
Said in the moment, and in that moment it was a back elbow and a series of them from Speed Demon BiiBii. She's rocking and rolling, sling blade. Clara changes down. Speed Demon BiiBii hooks the leg.
2 count only. Great showing here by your inner demon, the Speed Demon BiiBii.
Speed Demon BiiBii recently had a shot at the WWN Proving Ground Women's Championship. She fell just short of Scotti Sosa, and you know she wants to get back in that hunt, and that's why she's going to the top rope right here. What are we going to see, Trevin?
Such a competitive division that we have, as you said, but unfortunately for BiiBii, the long limbs of Clara Change able to kick the head off.
And now what is Clara Change going for here?
We're about to find out. Good God, coming out of the corner there.
She said it was money time, and she just planted her.
It was.
Here is your winner, the Dime, Clara Change.
Now Clara Change turning some heads here tonight, Alex.
Absolutely, Trevin. What a victory for Clara Change.
Building momentum heading into Shine 83. You got to think impressing WWN officials from the perspective of the rankings of the WWN Proving Ground Women's Championship.
That takes her one step closer to the shot at Scotti Sosa, the WWN Proving Ground Women's Champion. Obviously, if she retains later tonight, then she goes one-on-one with Ravyn Knight.
What is Clara doing?
Is she looking for a microphone here? Yes, she is.
You guys saw what I did to BiiBii. And what you guys don't know is that I'm a dime in a world of nickels and pennies. And the next one that I'm coming after is Scotti and your little bow, because that belongs on a beauty like me. I'm here to change the game.
The voice of an angel, but cannot deny the talent of Clara Change.
She said she's here to bring a change to the women's division, and she's got her eyes dead set on Scotti Sosa and a WWN Proving Ground Women's Championship. It's mayhem, Trevin. Every week it's mayhem.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, Son Texas Night. They're being accompanied by Locke from Bowling Green, Ohio, weighing in at a total combined weight of 405 pounds. Body Monday, Jack Josh, they are Exodus.
Alex, you've had the opportunity to call the majority of the run, if not the totality of the run of the Exodus here in WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. They have impressed as I've watched from home. What are your thoughts on this tag team?
They have been nothing short of impressive coming out of the Lethal Academy, and they were only a fraction of a second of being WWN Proving Ground Tag Team Champions.
Well, they're about to face some former WWN Proving Ground Tag Team Champions. You might remember Vice and Violence, part of a 4-corner elimination for the WWN Proving Ground Tag Team Championship. Ultimately, we had new champions in Miami Boys at the time, but Vice and Violence taking some time off afterwards. Really, I think these guys were just in a position where they felt like they needed to regroup, Alex. They felt like they needed to look at themselves, figure out how do we get back to the goal? Why didn't we get where we wanted to get? And I think there was some honest-to-goodness heartbreak after the initial loss.
And since their time away, Trevin, the tag team division has exploded with talent. We have seen Exodus debut. We've seen the return of the Gifted. You have Better Together. There's so much talent. There's still Lemuria. Like, it's a whole different division now. So hopefully their game plan and taking some time off hasn't set them back.
Now we're gonna find out. You're exactly right. Sometimes you get back with your head cleared, fresh as a daisy, or sometimes, as you said, you find yourself a little bit behind where you used to be. Again, great former WWN Proving Ground Tag Team Champions as they're doing rock, paper, scissors to decide who's gonna get in there. I'm actually impressed that Uni knows how to play.
This is a first time ever matchup. Vice and Violence, Univice, Ray Elliott versus Exodus, Jack Josh, Body Bundy with Emily Locke, and we are underway.
We got a lot of these first time evers right here.
That's the beauty of WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. You get unique matchups that you can only see here each and every week, and it's free, and it's brought to you by Territory Tees.
So Body Bundy here, the lockup, taken down immediately by the bigger man, the brute Ray Elliott. You think Bodie came in here underestimating his opponent, Ray Elliott?
Body Bundy changing his mind real quick.
Sorry, Body. I'm calling him Bodie. Listen to me.
Body Bundy, Jack Josh.
Oh, I get it. I get the cute names. Well, hey, let's talk about something awesome. Territory Tees as Univice comes in. Uni is a throwback himself where nostalgia meets the ring. It's lifelong wrestling enthusiasts. We are celebrating the history of our sport as we help lay the groundwork for the future, as well as the fun that is Univice. TerritoryTees.com, everything from championship wrestling from Florida, Bruiser Brody, so much more. You can get it at TerritoryTees.com or come here live to one of our events. We always have the Territory Tees section set up with a lovely woman behind the table.
Every week, Squishy is at the Territory Tees stand, ready to sell you one of these beautiful t-shirts. And Jack Josh came in and Univice with the arm drag. We are underway. Tag team action, Trevin.
And beautiful hip toss sit out there by Univice. Pinfall.
It's not every day you see a sit out hip toss.
Sure, it's got a fancy name as well. We're both probably failing on that one. I was hoping you'd say me if I'd forgotten what it was, but nevertheless, here comes the brute Ray Elliott. And right now you're seeing the unity that is Vice and Violence. And I will give it to Jack Josh and Body Bundy, excuse me. They've been a team for about 4 years, pretty much the totality of their career, Pinfall.
Coming out of the Lethal Academy, the Wrestling Lab, Jay Lethal, David Mercury, and they've been impressive every time that I've seen them in the World Wrestling Network the past few weeks, or as they were coming up around the state of Florida.
Ouch, bad news for Josh there, as Uni now comes in with a heck of an elbow going for the pin. Not much of a long pin there. Smart move here by Jack Josh, getting the heck out of the ring.
Exodus looking to cool off here. It is a hot 95 degrees in Clearwater, Florida, with the action down ringside even hotter. Trevin and Emily Locke standing in the way.
Yeah, the distraction, but it might be backfiring here outside of the ring, breaking down all 4 athletes out there. Definitely keep an eye on Emily Locke. How many times has she gotten involved in matches of Exodus? Hey, speak of the devil.
And right now, ringside getting right in the face of Univice.
And I think Uni distracted springboard kick there by Josh.
Right in the face. That's not the return you want to Proving Ground, Trevin.
No, it's 3-on-2, and you're seeing how it's worked out right now for Exodus. You're seeing the playbook of Exodus, and unfortunately for Vice and Violence, they dealt with this how many times with La Lucha when they had their feud, and of course the tag team championships involved.
And now Univice sent for the ride.
Oh,
double shoulder block running right over him. And a wishbone. Wish you weren't here. Oof.
Hey, back to what I said.
You gotta give it to the unity of Exodus, the growth we've seen so quickly. A little bit of a choke here. Gator giving a little too much leniency there. Should be getting that tape away from the body there.
But Gator distracted with Ray Elliott, who's trying to come in and help his partner, but Exodus capitalizing, cutting the ring off, and just onslaught of tandem offense.
Show them why they're the better team in this moment here, and you gotta think, oh, beautiful, we're getting into a heart attack. Modified with the leg lariat, pinfall. Not quite. Must be watching some Metro Brothers matches.
And the Metro Brothers, of course, stars of the FIP Tag Team Division. I wouldn't be surprised if Exodus was at home at WWNLive.com studying all their competition.
They'd be smart because on October the 12th, Full Impact Pro will return with Fallout. I'm sure we'll have a pretty graphic for that later, but let's get back to this matchup here. Ring continues to be cut off. Univice in some trouble, trying to fight back. And you got to think right now, if you're Exodus, beat former WWN Proving Ground Tag Team Champions, you're set, or have Emily Locke out there getting involved again. And whoa, shoulder tackle.
And it sends Ray Elliott to the floor. Emily Locke makes her presence known once again. And what are we gonna see here? This is bad news for Univice.
Could be the end.
Neckbreaker splash combination. Gator's right there.
No, a shoulder up just barely. I would have believed that was it, but instead finding a way here.
I can't believe that wasn't it. That neck breaker plus all the body weight of a grown man right on your sternum.
And Uni's feeling it.
And a flatliner from Univice, shades of his trainer, Francisco Chiazzo.
Indeed, Vice and Violence. WWN Training Academy Zone, about 3 years in the sport. Been together, as you said, trained by the late great Francisco Chiazzo. And can Uni get to the brute in this moment?
If there's one thing Uni needs right now, that's just a little bit of violence from Ray Elliott. And he's almost there. He's just an arm length away.
The body's been tagged in. It's Bundy versus the Brute. What's gonna go down?
And Brute's clearing house, ball of fire. He is the violence of Vice and Violence. And he can put this away quick, on for the choke slam.
And it is effective. Body Bundy could be out.
Hooks both legs.
Not quite enough, and I think I sense some frustration on the face here of Ray Elliott. Think about it. You're making your comeback. You got a big opportunity. Things have been going your way, but you got Emily Locke constantly getting involved.
If it wasn't for Emily Locke, this matchup might have been over.
And here is Jack Josh.
Emily Locke's up on the ringside once again, right on cue.
You're right, I didn't quite catch that. There's Gator being distracted.
And he's got the Uni Juice, Trevin, that was the Uni Juice.
I don't even know what's in the Uni Juice.
Only Uni knows what's in the Uni Juice, and it's right in his eyes. He plants him in the ring.
And it's over. I cannot tell you how much I hate that.
Exodus, by any means necessary, going and taking the Uni Juice from Vice and Violence's corner right in the face. And Exodus, outside of the loss to Miami boys, have been on a roll. The future is bright for these guys as long as, if they could clean up their act just a little bit, they could be the future.
Or do they need to? Because they have Emily Locke there, making it always a 3-on-2 situation. Look in the ring. See the disappointment here.
The return spoiled. Uni Juice to the face. Exodus and Emily Locke playing spoiler to the return.
Uni, what are you doing?
I'll take a lead, man.
What is wrong with you?
What?
You're getting distracted out there by Emily. Knock me off the apron, you get pinned. Would you get your head in the game? See this, Ray? No Uni Juice. I can't. I don't care about the Uni Juice, man. Get focused, okay? We've lost the tag team titles. We haven't gotten them back yet. We need to figure something out, okay?
Still want a refill.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Mallory shocked a lot of people last week with what went down with him and Benjy Neptune, and we'll definitely talk a little more about that after the official introductions, but did not see it coming. I don't know about you, Alex.
I thought he was Neptune's trident for life. He shocked the whole world, hugging a low blow.
Some people just aren't meant to be taught.
And his opponent. He hails from Miami, Florida, weighing at 205 pounds. It's Benjy time.
Our official Jay Taylor immediately having to get between Benjy and CJ, and I understand why.
When I first came back to the World Wrestling Network, Benjy Neptune has been CJ Mallory's life coach the entire time. It's been almost a year, and he's been his life coach every proving ground. And to see them fall apart, the Benjy Neptune, Oscar Weiss, Neptune's trident, CJ Mallory, former tag team champions.
And Benjy not falling for it this time. Of course, CJ had tried to apologize for what happened during the match last week, and obviously you can see Benjy very quick to see it coming, and I don't blame Benjy whatsoever.
CJ Mallory clearly doesn't need a life coach anymore. Now he needs a fight coach because he is getting whooped right here. Benjy Neptune like a freight train in the corner, snap suplex. And it is Benjy time.
I have corrected, it was 2 weeks ago in a match against Clara, but nevertheless, yes, there was what I would say was CJ leaving Benjy hanging in the corner, but Benjy believed maybe it was by mistake and then went to shake the hand, the low blow, and we saw how it turned out, leaving Benjy laying, and Benjy's been stewing for 2 weeks for this, Alex, waiting for this opportunity, but look at CJ slipping out, pulling out the foot, and there goes Benjy head first.
Non-stop CJ Mallory, head scissor takeover into the corner.
Well, and what's really sad here is when it comes to Benjy, I know there was the attitude, but man, he loved the trident. Pinfall.
He had success with the trident. He helped bring them along in professional wrestling and establish themselves.
And CJ spent the first year or so of his time here in Proving Ground really a lost cause, and I mean it politely. Couldn't figure out what to do with himself, was having trouble getting a ship righted, ever getting any momentum, was having trouble even improving, and then he got with Benjy Neptune as his life coach. And again, I get it, Benjy, man, the attitude and so forth, but he took care of CJ, and obviously CJ not only stabbing Benjy in the back, but if CJ beats Benjy tonight, what does it mean, Alex?
It means that he's surpassed the life coach. And he goes for the pin right here. You see him holding those big shoulders down of Benjy Neptune.
I had a couple opportunities. Ooh, listen to this. You love to hear that. I had a couple of opportunities to actually call a few WWN Proving Ground Night Mayhems with Benjy Neptune, and you can check all those out on demand, both YouTube and Club WWN, and I will say this. Interesting cat. However, again, all you could tell was that his focus was on making people better by his own means, of course.
And it's been a long time since it's been Benjy time before Neptune's trident. Formerly fan favorite of the Proving Ground audience.
And a hair away there with that Michinoku driver. CJ, I gotta say again, what impressive growth from this young man. He's put on a little size, he's in good shape. He's taking all the tools that were given to him from Benjy and really using them against Benjy here, Alex.
He's become more vicious, he's become more focused, he's become more cocky. And now he's looking to put him away. Who can forget that vicious pile driver he gave to Benjy?
Benjy didn't. Tossing off with the back body drop there. The question now is, can Benjy just build some momentum back?
That lariat will get it going. Back elbow.
The strength of Benjy is well known. Bodybuilder.
And right on his face, plants nonstop. CJ Mallory hooks both legs.
Not quite enough. CJ living up to the moniker, at least for now, having to catch his breath, but then at least moving nonstop, staying in the matchup. Going through the ropes, by the way. How about that ring IQ growth here of Mallory?
Creating the timeout, creating a breath, but Benjy coming. Oh, it looked like Benjy was going for the suicide dive, and Mallory saw it coming.
And it was smart. It was very smart. Offense again from nonstop CJ Mallory. And as I was starting to say, Benjy, everything from the Olympic weightlifting, the CrossFit level 1 coach, all the credentials, of course his online mattress showroom in Tampa. But right now, he's a hair away from loss.
And he was going for his finisher right there. It was a second away from Benjy putting him away.
And Benjy was able to stop CJ, as you said, both from what could have been the end of things, but now
he's got him in the Dragon Sleeper, he's got it locked in,
And that is over. That was well done by Benjy.
Here is your winner by submission, Benjy Neptune.
And the life coach teaching one more lesson to CJ Mallory, hitting him in the Dragon Sleeper, choking the life out of him.
Well done by Benjy, and I loved seeing the people behind Benjy again. Bit of an attitude change in Benjy Neptune, perhaps was woken up a bit, but watch out right here.
Non-stop CJ Mallory, non-stop taking the L, but he is unhappy about that, attacking him from behind. And is he going for that nasty pile driver again?
Oh,
he just planted it, Trevin.
Yes, he did. It does connect. And you know how dangerous a pile driver like that out of the ropes where the opponent doesn't even have the slightest chance to protect himself. Benjy Neptune could be injured right now.
Trevin, CJ Mallory was voted 2024's most punchable face. And he's showing it once again right here. Is he going for the pile driver again?
Come on! Where the hell's security? There we go, finally get another official out here. This is out of control. What the hell's Rick Thames doing? Got an anniversary or something?
Rick Thames not here tonight. It might be his anniversary, but Gator and Jay Taylor are there. CJ Mallory disrespecting Benjy Neptune. Benjy just taught him a lesson.
As they say, Neptune may have won the battle, but CJ looking to win the war.
And every Monday night, it's mayhem everywhere you go. And once again, CJ Mallory delivering the mayhem. 2 pile drivers to his former life coach.
It's been an awesome night here so far. We're only through the first half here of WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. A lot of concern here for Benjy Neptune. Want to again thank anybody joining us for the first time who may have seen our stream of the WWE ID Showcase presented by WWN and House of Champions joint production. It was an awesome night of wrestling, and hopefully that sample showed you why this is worth your time. But man, am I worried about Benjy Neptune.
Our following contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first. He is making his Proving Ground debut, fighting out of Mexico City, Mexico, by way of St. Petersburg, Florida. Weighing in at 180 pounds, they are the Reasons.
A big debut here tonight. The man himself, Ikki, in the house.
And this is another one of those unique matchups that you can see each and every week here. WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. We got Ikki making his debut, the Reason, out of the Lethal Academy, the Wrestling Lab. And he's got his hands full with the former WWN Multimedia Champion, Zavior.
You said it, the big return here tonight. Very excited to see what both of these athletes bring.
And his opponent. He hails from the Feywild, weighing in at 190 pounds,
Great to see Drake Zavior back in a WWN ring, and I know his gear's a little baggy. I don't know if you can quite tell, Alex, but Drake Zavior has been cutting some weight and adding some muscle in the best shape I've seen him in at least 2 or 3 years.
I talked to him before the show personally, and he has taken a wrestling sabbatical to get his mind right, to get his body right, and to get back in the hunt for championship gold here at the World Wrestling Network. And he's gonna have his hands full here with Ikki.
You already said it. Drake Zavior, a former WWN Multimedia champion, had a phenomenal run as champion. Some say may have been one of the catalysts that turned Jonathan Hudson into the monster we deal with these days.
Gator calls for the bell. We are underway. Second half, WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. And Trevin, it's matchups like this brought to you each and every week by Territory Tees. You never know who you're going to see compete here. You never know what kind of matchups you're going to see here.
And a clash of styles, let's be honest. You've got, when it comes to Drake, his evolution into what he is today, really starting for all intents and purposes as a self-taught wrestler who learned from John Strange and got better. And of course, you already mentioned Ikki and where he's trained, as well as the trips to Mexico City. But you know what I'm excited about?
What's that, Trevin?
This December, Wrestle Expo coming here to Clearwater, both December the 13th and 14th. Expect to see professional wrestling, a WWN Supershow, get meet and greets, everything from legends to the talent that you love on our independents. Stay tuned to WWNLive.com for more information about Wrestle Expo, details, how to get tickets, and so much more. It's going to be freaking awesome. What a way to end 2025, Alex.
It will definitely be the event of 2025, Wrestle Expo, Super Show, autograph signings, meet and greets. You never know what you're going to see there.
And while we've been talking about Wrestle Expo, some really great escape counters and another counter from the Hurricanrana by Drake Zavior.
Into the cartwheel, both drop kicks thinking the same thing.
Got a stalemate going down here and a show of respect. I love it. I love it. I mentioned a moment ago, Ikki getting that Lucha Libre excursion to Mexico City, has a victory over really a lot of impressive athletes, including Leroy Shogun, who was supposed to be in this matchup, actually, before suffering an injury. Oh, ducks the boot there. Very impressive. And a gut wrench, Les Artes lift. Wow.
Just launches him. And Drake Zavior, like you said, in shape, fit, looking good, feeling good, fresh purple hair, and he's looking for the magic missile.
And bam!
Right, nails it.
It connects. Is that gonna be enough to put away Ikki? No, not quite.
Drake Zavior using his body as a weapon, getting the momentum all the way across the ring. And now he hoists him up into the fireman's carry position.
No, the escape here from Ikki.
Now Ikki, what's he going for here? Up to the top rope with the quickness corkscrew. That was incredible, Trevin.
And is it going to be enough? Wow, well done here, this time by Zavior with the escape. You said it. Keep talking about Mexico City, hanging out with guys like Scotti. How about Flamita, Bandido? Ricky Marvin, all guys that got a hand in helping polish Ikki, and you're seeing the shades of all these athletes right now.
There was some lucha libre definitely in that corkscrew off the top rope. Incredible maneuver. I know Drake Zavior off the ropes. What are they looking for here? It would look like a satellite DDT, but did he catch him?
Well, this is the same thing we saw earlier from Ikki, was caught by Drake, and this time it's Ikki catching Drake, and could be a butterfly into a beautiful bridge.
Incredible!
What core strength did that take from Ikki just to not only hit the move, hit the bridge, and then how about Drake Zavior kicking out, Alex?
I don't know how he held that lock in and even executed that suplex. But this matchup has been incredible, both with unique offenses.
And I think both know what stage this is here. WWN Proving Ground, Monday Night Mayhem.
This is the stage where stars are made. If you want to break into the World Wrestling Network, you do it here. If you want to get to FIP, you do it here. Hell, if you want to get to NXT, you do it here.
Kick to the back of the head after the gut kick as well. Ikki showing the signs of life. And how many international athletes have we had the opportunity to showcase here on WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem? This is the place. Celebration of the independence, just like Wrestle Expo will be at the end of the year. And good God, another corkscrew, but this time the knees came up. Well done by Drake Zavior. Is that going to be enough?
What's he looking for here? That was disgusting! There's no way you kick out of that.
You're correct.
Here is your winner, the Natural 20, Drake Zavior.
Let's put some names on things. What you saw from Ikki is called the Plum Blossom Press, that corkscrew to the moonsault, right? Well, how about the Brutal Critical, that Canadian rack pile driver you just witnessed? Brutal Critical. Successful from Drake Zavior again. Shout out to Ikki, what a great debut, showing out, bringing the Florida roots, adding the Lucha Libre roots from Mexico, and an athlete I would love to see again, Alex, here on WWN Proving Ground.
Absolutely. The talent here at Proving Ground is unmatched. Talent from around the world, talent the best from here and everywhere, each and every week in Trevin, general admission. Absolutely free.
And how about that front row where you just saw the bro fist to the young man, the guy in the turquoise shirt, birthday boy. Got 10 people who came for a birthday enjoying it here with us. WWN Proving Ground, Monday Night Mayhem, and of course, Drake Zavior can now add Masked Luchador to the numerous D&D monsters he's defeated in combat. Nevertheless, congratulations. What a great match for both athletes. Let's keep things rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first,
Trevin, things are about to get nuclear in the OCC Road House. Brian Atomic has been gassing them week in and week out. And who can forget last week in the main event final fight, WWN Multimedia Championship match, J Sky, Richard Adonis, Brian Atomic interjecting himself to the dismay of many.
An absolute classic, interrupted by Atomic. Atomic making a statement, but Atomic's got a tall order here tonight because he's about to face off with a man that we haven't seen in a while, and wait until you do.
and his opponent, he is making his Proving Ground debut Mikey Spandex.
Probably 5-6 years since we've seen Mikey Spandex in the World Wrestling Network. And indeed, first time you're getting to see him on Monday Night Mayhem.
We have not seen Mikey Spandex in a World Wrestling Network ring since before the pandemic. He was a Gabe Sapolsky seminar standout. We've seen him through the plethora of WWN brands, ACW, Proving Ground, American Combat Wrestling, Full Impact Pro, and Evolve, including, who can forget when they tried to attack Babatunde.
Babatunde. Missed that guy.
And what a matchup this is. Proving Ground. Brian Atomic.
It's a whole new world, let's be honest. At that time, Atomic hadn't even began in our sport. The time Spandex has been gone, Atomic has not only grown before our eyes, Atomic has started to become a top-tier athlete, but has to escape from this cravat.
And who can forget the time limit draw with Jay Sky? He has been gassing folks each and every week here. And he has been nothing short of impressive. But it's going to be intriguing to see how Mikey Spandex has evolved since we last seen him in a ring.
Yeah, I see what you did there. And I think everybody's got their eyes on Full Impact Pro. It's October the 12th when FIP returns with Fallout. Heatstroke was absolute madness. Everything from Annihilation, we'll talk more about that later, shocking everybody appearing. The Emerald Empire being out of control. FIP World Heavyweight Champion August Artois nearly being destroyed.
Did you see the bruise on his head from the kendo stick of Tokyo Mondo? He lit up August Artois.
One of the most chaotic nights ever in our history. You can see that right now in Club WWN, but you gotta be there right here, OCC Road House, October the 12th, WWNLive.com, Club WWN, FIP Fallout. But right now here on Monday Night Mayhem, you're getting a sample of some of the best athletes. Gotta say this, Mikey Spandex, can't even get over the shape Mikey Spandex is in right now. Looking like $1,010,000.
I can't get over the Ninja Turtle Air Jordans that he's rocking in the ring right now.
I just realized he's got some Michelangelo nunchucks on his gear, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
That's pretty freaking awesome, I'm gonna be honest. But here's the thing, look at Atomic, and look at the time that he went and spent and trained and picking up some of that mixed martial arts style, Muay Thai, adjusting his style. I think Brian Atomics went from a guy that everybody was like, okay, maybe some potential to, holy crap, this guy is future champion here in WWN, but being tripped by Spandex and taken headfirst in the Bulldog.
And Mikey Spandex wanting to impress. His return here to WWN, his debut at Monday Night Mayhem, and that core strength of Mikey Spandex.
Making it look easy with that delayed suplex, walking around the ring, and then fixing the do-rag.
Absolutely patting himself on the back, perhaps feeling himself a little bit here.
A 2 count only there, smartly hooking the leg. Mikey Spandex, we've talked about his history, starting with guys like Jesus Rodriguez, but more recently hanging out at the Fighting Spirit Academy with guys like the Grizzled Young Vets, Pete Dunne. Great places to learn in our sport. Of course, you've seen him at places like Mayhem on Mills and the Establishment, but now here back in WWN and catching Brian Atomic, who I think Atomic was trying to outrun, take advantage of the ring, but now being able to take advantage of outside the ring.
He was looking to gas him with the cardio, and when that didn't work, it was knee strikes to the midsection.
Very impressive with that Muay Thai influence from Brian Atomic. Got to reiterate it, as much as Atomic was once an ACW Cruiserweight champion, the growth of Atomic could be looking at becoming a WWN Multimedia champion. Of course, everybody wants to be the WWN Proving Ground champion.
And Brian Atomic has exquisite strikes that are lethal from any position in the ring.
And I love the pin. You see the forearm in the face. Shades of William Regal.
Inflicting a little extra punishment, forcing you to use a little more energy to kick out, and then just staying right on the offense. Kick to the midsection. No time to breathe. Gassing them, if you will.
Honestly, that is what Atomic says. His goal is to empty the chamber and gas his opponents. You can't keep up with Brian Atomic if you fight his fight like this. All those knee strikes, but a great counter here with a roll-up. Smart move by Mikey Spandex, and trying to follow up a hit right there again in the midsection.
Those strikes can come from anywhere, Trevin, and you saw it right there. Split second, and you're getting a knee to the midsection, a kick to the head.
And the quick lateral press. Can't get over Brian Atomic. I know you guys keep hearing us making this point about that growth. You can see it as part of your club WWN subscription. You can see it here on YouTube, all the WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem events.
Which every episode is live and free on YouTube for you to watch.
And then becomes archived forever every Thursday.
And what a vicious knee to the midsection once again.
It's gonna be enough.
Yeah, his whole assault has been on that midsection of Mikey Spandex. Every knee, every punch, kick, right to the ribs. And you can see the effects on Mikey Spandex's face.
Atomic's got that foot stomp. You got to keep an eye out for that. Weakening the midsection, the solar plexus, as well as the sternum. And now you see making a wish with the body of Mikey Spandex.
And Brian Atomic has shown that he can go the distance. Once again, the time limit draw with Jay Sky.
And you've already talked about it. It's well over 90 degrees here, even with the giant fans on over the head. You got the hot lights on the ring. Outside the ring, it's a great place to be. You got to join us live. Inside the ring, you can see the sweat glistening off of these athletes, but they are speeding things up here, and Mikey Spandex back in control.
Now, he was firing up, but did you see the effects on that rib cage?
Ooh.
Perhaps taking just a step off of some of that offense because of the injury.
Well, an atomic drop and an inverted atomic drop to Brian Atomic.
And then right to the face with the punch, hoists him up. Big spine buster.
And the leg is hooked. Oh, hair away. Well done to Atomic to find a way for the shoulder up. But what damage was done in the process here to Mikey Spandex, Alex? Mikey had to put so much energy out after taking the beating, and now you can see favoring the chest, favoring the midsection, could even be the arm.
He couldn't capitalize immediately after hitting that. It's taken him so much time to get up to his feet. But I cannot believe the strength of Mikey Spandex hitting that spine buster. That was signature Mikey Spandex. And now he is at the top rope.
No, rolling through. Atomic got out of the way.
And like a car crash in the middle of the ring.
No, not enough.
Did you notice how he landed right on top of him into the pinfall? No wasted movement, and right to that midsection once again.
And you got the submission predicament here, center of the ring. Body's being stretched out. Nowhere to go, as you said, for Spandex.
Nowhere, wrenching on the neck. The body contorted.
Atomic smartly has the elbow up, or should I say the shoulder being held up, but now the elbow is being pulled over in an attempt to escape by Mikey Spandex, but unfortunately, a lot of energy having to be put out here. I'll get it out.
And that core strength of Mikey Spandex once again. Was that an F5?
It sure as heck was.
Right in the middle of the ring.
Creates the separation. Spandex goes outside the ring as Spandex trying to go to the top again.
Incredible offense. Incredible core strength. And back to the top. Big splash, and he landed it. But the injury, the damage done to the ribs, you hear him writhing in pain, Trevin.
It's the challenge right now. Will Spandex be able to do it? And you can see Spandex barely could get over to get the pin. Earlier you were seeing Spandex hooking legs, making sure he had all his weight on him. In this case, Spandex had to take out how much energy just to get the pin.
But what an incredible contest here. Mikey Spandex versus Brian Atomic.
What does Spandex have in mind?
Looking for a stalling German suplex. He's got him on the go behind.
We talked about the strength, and now we're in a situation of strikes because Atomic escaped. Spandex 15 years in CrossFit and fitness. And you can see how that's translated into the ring from the perspective of just the gas tank, if you will, and we keep talking about how Atomic wants to gas his opponents. Some's got to give here, Alex.
If this contest breaks down to strikes, Brian Atomic is the one that is gonna win. It is his expertise. Now what is he going for here? That knee right to the face. He's busted open.
It was the Hurricane, but indeed, Empty the Chamber did connect. And now heading to the top.
Best foot stomp ever.
You said it. The best foot stomp ever. Isn't it?
And he is bleeding.
Here is your winner, the walking nude, Brian Atomic.
And we were talking about how lethal those strikes can be. Mikey Spandex coming out of that ring. Brian Atomic, what an incredible victory.
That was an amazing battle between two athletes, and you saw Mikey Spandex having the knee hit, creating, oh, hold on.
Brian Atomic getting the microphone.
Jay Sky, I wanted to say this face to face with you last week, but I guess I'll take you here in this nursery rooms back home. Everybody's been asking, why did Brian Atomic interfere in the main event last week? It's because I feel disrespected. 2 weeks ago, I took Jay Sky to the absolute limit. We was in a 15-minute time limit draw here on Monday Night Mayhem. We made history by being the first ever time limit draw in Monday Night Mayhem. But what do they reward Brian Atomic? They put me in an opening match with some chump from out of state. Meanwhile, Jay Sky is in the main event for the WWN Multimedia Championship. That don't sit right with me. If you look back at our match, in the final moments, Brian Atomic is choking the life out of Jay Sky. I'm gassing it. So the fact that Brian Atomic wasn't put in that amazing match, in that multimedia championship match, is quite crazy to me. I feel like WWN keeps disrespecting me, and I'm tired of WWN overlooking Brian Atomic. So Jay Sky, if you have a problem with what happened last week, your punk ass knows where to find me every Monday night, every week. Come do something about it.
To say strong words would be an understatement, Alex. Venom just spewed out of the mouth of Atomic.
Disrespected by WWN management, he feels. And he just took it out on Mikey Spandex in an incredible contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit. And it is for the WWN Proving Ground Women's Championship. Introducing first.
Trevin, is this Ravyn Knight's night, if you will? She has returned to Proving Ground. She has or Lilith in her hand, and she has opportunity at her doorstep. WWN Proving Ground Women's Championship on the line. And what a huge challenge this will be for Scotti Sosa.
Yeah, defeating Speedy and BiiBii 3 weeks ago, challenging Scotti Sosa, and well, you're about to see our WWN Women's Champion. Proving Ground, that is.
And there is the signature Bubbles, the WWN Proving Ground Women's Champion, Scotti Sosa, and what a run she has been on through the Women's Championship Tournament, won the title at Supershow Mercury Rising, and has defeated all comers leading up to tonight.
Don't forget, she defeated one half of the Shine Tag Team Champions, La Brava Escobar. Don't understate it. It was an upset, and no offense to Scotti, but guess what? The positivity, the heart. Scotti, as you said, has been on a roll, has been unstoppable. The people love her. Bubbles are going everywhere. I'm in a great mood. You got to be too.
I don't think Ravyn Knight likes the bubbles, though. And what a contrast of personality. You have the darkness versus the bubbles.
Now let's send it down to Michael James for the official introductions of our competitors.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first the challenger. Standing to my right, she hails from the town of Amityville, being accompanied by Lilith. She is the darkness, Ravyn Knight. And her opponent, she hails from Columbus, Ohio. She is the reigning and defending WWN Proving Ground Women's Champion. This is Scotti.
Scotti Sosa got the bubbles going everywhere. You can see our official Gator. Gator Roberts is like transfixed by the bubbles. I was watching his eyes.
He doesn't know what to do. The fans love it here. Ravyn Knight does not. But Trevin, you can feel the pressure. You can feel the tension in the air. Championship is on the line.
I often wonder, does Scotti, when she looks across the ring, especially at a woman the size of Ravyn Knight, the intimidation factor here, does Scotti notice? As we already said, Shine 83, it'll be August the 10th, streaming live on WWNLive.com, as well as part of your club WWN subscription. We will find out who's coming in as WWN Proving Ground Women's Champion. Scotti currently scheduled to bring that championship on August the 10th to Shine 83. So Ravyn Knight's going to upset her here tonight. Let's find out, will history be made?
The 13-year anniversary of Shine Wrestling. What an incredible 13 years it has been, Trevin.
Very smartly here from Scotti Sosa, trying to take out the legs, kicking Ravyn right there in the midsection, but Knight holding on to the ropes. And I expect to see this a lot, Alex. The longer this match goes, Ravyn's going to keep using her size. And of course, the speed will be the advantage for Scotti.
And are those differences going to be met? Look at that, just catching her.
With ease.
Almost twice her size. And a backbreaker and just dropping her right in the middle of the ring.
And the mount, the forearms. It's got to be like a horror movie. It's got to be like the villain, the monster has caught you here for Scotti Sosa. And even if Scotti's too bubbly to realize it, she is in serious, serious trouble.
Choking her on the ropes. The referee Gator right there applying the 5 count.
You and I did rock, paper, scissors earlier to say who was going to have to talk to Ravyn Knight. And fortunately, I lost. It was one of the most terrifying conversations that Scotti is choked in the corner here. I asked Ravyn about being from the town of Amityville. I'm like, why would you want to be known for that? And she's like, it's creepy. I like the murder vibe. And at that point, thankfully, I had a very dark suit on, as people may have seen at the beginning of the night. And that wasn't even it. Her whole point was she wants to instill darkness. And I said, what does that mean? And then she stared at me. And at that point, I really did run away.
She tries to instill fear in everyone around her, because when people are scared, it gives you an advantage. And if you can get fear in your opponent, you're already one step ahead.
And the dreads are being pulled out of the head there, using the 5 count. Thankfully, we did send Gator Roberts down there. I think Gator is just too naive to realize the danger he's in having to officiate a match with Ravyn Knight.
And now once again, just going back to clubbing on the chest.
And choking as well. You're seeing some flexibility from a bigger woman there, using all the weight again. Very smart by Ravyn Knight. You know, she was trained by guys like Dax. Dax the Axe, another big guy who would have instilled some of the big guy moves. Guys like Vertigo to add some of the speed. Of course, Big Dog, Hound Dog, well, he tried. Told Ravyn went a little nuts and he had to say, I'll see you, young lady. Uh-oh, we know what this is. Ready for a blackout.
And she hit it. That could have knocked Scotti Sosa unconscious. The champ is in trouble here.
The sun is setting in the distance, and the sun could be setting on the WWN Proving Ground Women's Championship run of Scotti Sosa.
Launched her violently and then to the neck.
Did you see the way the knee also connected there as the choking continues here?
Is this Ravyn Knight's night? Is she walking out of here Proving Ground champion? Is she going for it? Is this Nightfall?
No, counter, a critical counter, but Scotti does not have enough momentum or size to pull over Ravyn. What did I say about living against a monster in a horror movie, getting manhandled, pulled up by Ravyn Knight.
By the throat.
Choking the champion in the corner. And another chop. How many times do you get choked for 5 seconds, 4.5 to not get disqualified before the lights are choked out, Alex? You were a wrestler.
And then with following it up with a chop before you can even catch a breath, you're getting slapped right on the lungs.
In 90-some degree temperatures, humidity, Clearwater in July is no joke. Unless you're in front of the Giant fans outside like you're a fan.
Attacking the knee, doing whatever she can on the ropes. Ravyn Knight in control here. This championship is on the line, Trevin.
Not just on the line, we may be watching the end of Scotti. We may be watching the end of a phenomenal reign.
At this point, all it's gonna take is for Nightfall to happen. And now she's just wrenching on the neck, wrenching on the head, using the size to her advantage.
If the neck gets turned any harder, let's be honest, it's gonna twist off the head. And a handful of hair pulling down Scotti. And choking again. Back to my point, Alex, how many times can you end up in a situation where you're being choked before you just don't recover?
With no chance to breathe, time may be running out for Scotti. Ravyn Knight has been in control. She's already hit her with one blackout.
It's going from bad to worse here, the choking again, all that weight. We already talked as well about the size differential.
And that has been a huge factor since the beginning of this match. And then using the rope just to inflict more punishment on the neck. And now she is almost mocking the champion while just stomping on the chest.
We may be a hair away from the end of things, but there's the beginnings of signs of life from Scotti.
Scotty's the champion for a reason. She hasn't been on this run, you know, since winning the tournament and becoming the champion. She has beat all comers, but she has faced none like Ravyn Knight.
About 7 weeks into the reign, and now very smart. Get the sleeper on. What better way to take out a monster? Cut off the oxygen in the center of the ring. If Scotti can just hold on, it could be the end of the match.
It doesn't matter if you're a human or a monster. If you can't breathe, you can't fight. But they're in the corner. Ravyn Knight fighting her off.
Trying to get all that weight, and does. Scotti forced to break the hold, but there's Scotti Sosa coming back to life.
And a drop kick right to the knee. She's trying to take down Ravyn Knight. Ravyn Knight trying to get out of there.
It's a smart move by Scotti. It's what you got to do. Keep on your opponent.
And now just pummeling her in the corner.
Ravyn's got some wobbly legs. Here comes Scotti. Crossbody does connect. The leg is hooked. But the monster gets the shoulder up.
But how about Scotti Sosa turning things around, hitting that crossbody, finally getting Ravyn Knight off of her feet.
We have been always impressed by Scotti and what she can do, and was thinking springboard, but caught. And not just caught, but
spine buster.
all the life and oxygen's out, and we could have no.
She stacked her up after the spine buster, but it was not enough. The champion gets the shoulder off the mat, and this matchup will continue, but I have never seen Scotti in this much trouble.
I think the only thing that could save Scotti now is the people, and you hear the people trying to get behind Scotti Sosa. WWN faithful, can they do it? Oh no, is it Nightfall?
It looks like Nightfall was going to fall right before us, but Scotti fights her way out. Fireman's carry position.
And trying to roll through, does all the weight on. Scotti does it.
WWN Proving Ground Women's Champion, Scotti.
And the experience factor, Scotti Sosa using leverage to her advantage, getting the roll up, getting the 1-2-3, and retaining. Trevin, I thought that was going to be Ravyn Knight's night for sure.
Congratulations to Scotti, finding a way indeed. Ravyn Knight, really a beast throughout the matchup, going over to Lilith right there, but let's be honest here. Oh, Scotti, careful, careful. You do not want to bump into Ravyn. I hope Gator gets in between those two. You see Scotti, up, I'm out. That's what I would do too.
Because you know Ravyn Knight would have immediately attacked her, and now Ravyn Knight conversing with Elle on what happened. Does she realize it's a doll?
Well, that's the question. Would Ravyn have been too busy talking to Elle to have even thought to go after Scotti? Who knows? But hey, congratulations again, Scotti Sosa. Just a few weeks away, August the 10th. Shine 83. Scotti very likely coming in with that championship belt unless she hits a bump in the road here at WWN Proving Ground, Monday Night Mayhem.
And are you ready for the main event, Trevin?
Oh, I am ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit and is your main event. Introducing first.
Lemuria, oh, here we go. Pointing up at us. This young man has an obsession with the commentary team. It could be you, it could be me. There's a complaint every week on social media tagging us, tagging Rick Thames.
Baby Keith, Miami boys, they have a problem with everybody, Trevin. It's not just us.
But I'm saying the complaints, I'm sure no one likes them. Oh, here we go. Well done, sir, well done.
They are the most hated members of the Proving Ground locker room. The fans hate them, the wrestlers hate them, I'm sure the refs hate them. We've had to suspend them for assaulting the refs and the commissioner. But there is no doubt they are two of the most talented individuals, two of the youngest, hottest rising stars.
I hate to say it, but you're absolutely right. I don't like how they've gotten where they've gotten. I don't like a lot of the tactics. I will never forgive Damian for what he did to his father, Big Dog. But at the end of the day, you said it. They can go, and they got a big opportunity tonight to show what they can do against the top tag team.
And their opponents.
little over a week ago, surprising everybody with their return at Full Impact Pro. Coming after Jonathan Hudson, coming after Devin Diaz, the FIP World Tag Team Champions. Of course, we all know back at WWN Supershow Uprising back at the beginning of June, it was Simon Says didn't even have to be here. It was his decision to take away what was supposed to be the FIP World Tag Team Championship rematch for Annihilation, giving it to the headliner, giving it to the Dirty Man.
Knights.
And they tried to eliminate Annihilation. When I say eliminate, I mean they tried to end the career of Annihilation.
Powerbombed him through a table on the floor.
And we saw Annihilation twice at FIP, both times going after our FIP World Tag Team Champions. But tonight, in a position to turn some heads here at Proving Ground. And as much as I'm sure there will be complaints, and there already have been, by Lemeria, let's be honest. If Lemeria beats Annihilation tonight, undeniable. These two young talents deserve immediate WWN Proving Ground Tag Team Championship rematch opportunities yet again, and potentially FIP contendership, excuse me.
Chungus and Scyther, former World FIP Tag Team Champions. This is one of the biggest opportunities in Lemeria's career. This may be one of the best tag teams they've ever stepped in the ring with. And not only are they great wrestlers, Scyther and Chungus, they are completely and absolutely out of their minds.
Chungus may be the only man that can understand what Scyther's saying, and it just so happens that Scyther trained Chungus, so basically in Chungus' 7-year career, he's been under the tutelage of Scyther. They might as well be connected at the hip when it comes to their understanding of the other. However, I'll give it to TJ, I'll give it to Damien, the way they've been on the same page, but don't turn your back on your opponent if you want to show you have any kind of wrestling IQ, or you might lose your hand.
Scyther was hungry at intermission. It looks like he's still hungry now, taking a bite out of the hand of TJ Brady.
I think it's by design. If you don't feed Scyther, well, he comes in a little hungry.
TJ Brady following up with a stiff right hand.
Is it smart from TJ, though, to spend the time jaw-jacking with a talent like Scyther? Oh, watch out.
You jaw-jack with Scyther.
Inside of the ring, Jay Taylor's being distracted, and outside of the ring, Damien tried to get the jump on Scyther, and instead, Damien's running for his life. However, as usual, they find a way. Good job, TJ. Way to break the rules.
From behind. Distraction from Damien Gemini.
These two, since coming together, man, I'm telling you, but well done again by Scyther. And look out, here's Chungus now taking advantage, and Scyther distracting our senior official, Jay Taylor.
A little bit of revenge. Annihilation knows a little bit about those games. They know how to play all the games here.
Annihilation's one of those teams, they don't need the Emerald Emperor, Simon Says, to be good. And Simon Says made a big mistake having Hollywood Knights attack these two, and oh, what a splash. Now the pin. You got to think Annihilation is happy to take out some of their frustrations on Lemeria.
Absolutely. Their last few months with the World Wrestling Network have been tumultuous, to say the least. The Emerald Empire basically tried to kill them. So now they're getting to take it out on somebody, and who better than TJ Brady to have that taken out on?
So, as a former ACW star, Alex Green, would you be trying to chop Chungus?
Absolutely not, especially with the size, strength, power, experience advantage. Like, that's a horrible idea.
Oh, I left out the part where you look like TJ Brady. Oh, and the tag to Damien Gemini. Got to give TJ a soundbite to complain about later. Ooh.
Double hip toss on Chungus. Chungus said absolutely not.
Let's get cute with it. The double noggin knocker taking out Lemeria.
Headbutts abroad, and here comes some signature Annihilation.
Oh, right to the gut. Rolling through, forward roll, headbutt to the gut, and it's getting worse for Damian Gemini. What a suplex.
And I never envisioned a world where I would be cheering for Scyther, but here we are.
I think at this point, after the damage the Emerald Empire's done for months and months here, anybody going after them I like, but now watch this, watch out. First getting out of the way, and now you got TJ Brady holding the foot, letting Damian Gemini hit that leg coming up and over.
Damian Gemini and TJ Brady utilizing the teachings of Francisco Chiazzo to the T.
I think they're remembering the teachings of the underhanded part of Francisco Chiazzo instead of all the good stuff, but regardless, Chungus trying to get his hands on TJ, and now the official distracted, telling Chungus to get in the corner, and it's 2-on-1 yet again. It all goes back to another attempt at the forward roll into the headbutt, and Damian Gemini, to his credit, got out of the way, but yet, as they always do, they find a way. Lemuria.
They find an advantage. It's incredible each and every week.
Especially when they were WWN Proving Ground Tag Team Champions. Defied logic the number of times these two were able to maintain their championship reigns.
And now TJ Brady having some words for Scyther as he reaches to make the tag. Now cutting off the oxygen.
Further frustrating Chungus, who was desperately trying to get to Scyther, and as you said, oxygen's cut off. Good placement here, a little rake in with the forearm. But the adrenaline's starting to flow for the wild Scyther.
And the fans are coming alive at the world famous OCC Road House, Trevin. This is main event. This is Lemuria Annihilation, and he's biting him again.
Still hungry.
Once again,
I guess he likes Irish Italian food. Sorry, I couldn't resist. However, fun no longer being had. Scyther tossed back into the wrong corner. And credit again to Lemuria. They have cut off the ring double bulldog. Doing what they need to do. Is this enough?
And they are trying to keep Chungus out of this matchup. They have isolated the smaller man in Scyther, and they continue to inflict punishment. Damian Gemini raining down haymakers.
Chungus trying to will on Scyther, but the ring continues to be cut off by Lemuria, and there's a boot to the back as well. And we say it a lot. Tag team wrestling is about unity, and right now the better team with unity is Lemuria.
They were making quick tags, keeping it fresh, but they took the eye off the ball for a second, and Scyther was trying to fight out of it.
I think TJ was yelling up here at the booth again. I'm being honest. Maybe I'm getting a little egotistical myself, but I swear I saw the kid look away and try to talk smack, but guess what? Scyther now.
And he left his feet, whole body as a weapon, forearm right to the head.
Now Scyther needs to make it to Chungus, and TJ still trying to get his faculties back. Can he make it over to Damian Gemini?
Referee applying his count. Here comes Chungus.
TJ in the wrong place right now. Did not get over in time to stop Scyther. And now a much more worn TJ is the legal man as Chungus pulls in Damian Gemini as well.
And Chungus has the house rocking and rolling.
Moving the ring back and forth every time he hits a splash. Chungus is a beast.
Just absolutely annihilating Lemuria here, one after the other.
It's like a demolition derby here as Gemini goes into his own partner.
And Chungus hooks him on his face. Chungus just absolutely flattened TJ Brady. And now he's going to the top.
Have you ever seen a big man fly? Guess what? Big frog splash. Might as well call it a bullfrog splash. I don't think that's been used in a while.
Trevin,
Leg is hooked.
Did you see how the ring shook, Trevin?
And Damian Gemini saving things for his team. But I agree, not only did the ring shake, the building shook. What shape is TJ in as the low bridge takes out Damian Gemini?
And all hell is breaking loose. It's chaos. It's pandemonium. It's mayhem.
Oh, is it time for the North? There it is. The North has hit.
What the hell is that?
No way. Dirty Devin Diaz with a chair. What the hell? What the hell?
I didn't even know Dirty Devin Diaz was in the building.
I don't think he was. I think Dirty Devin just showed the hell up. One half of Hollywood Knights are FIP World Tag Team Champions. One half of the men that tried to destroy Annihilation. And you're seeing a little bit of payback for FIP Heatstroke.
And Jay Taylor, referee Jay Taylor, he's calling for some help. But Lemuria attacking. Devin Diaz slamming.
Watch out, here's Big Dog. Crutch and all. Clearinghouse.
And what the hell did we just witness? The incredible tag team match ruined by Devin Diaz of the Emerald Empire.
This qualification, Shungus and Cypher, Annihilation.
Man, am I glad Big Dog was in the house, and Devin Diaz better be careful if he tries to get anywhere near the furious Puerto Rico and Hound Dog.
And they ruined an absolutely incredible tag team match. Thank God Rafael Gonzalez, the Puerto Rican Hound Dog, was in the building. Otherwise, it would have been 3-on-2.
Keep it in mind, that was a hit. You notice Devin Diaz is already out. He's already gone. That was an absolute hit. And it's a good thing indeed that the Hound Dog looks like he's willing to, at least in the moment, align to Annihilation to get a little bit of revenge on Lemuria. What a night it's been here tonight. Alex Green, WWN Proving Ground, Monday Night Mayhem. Any parting thoughts as TJ Brady gives us nasty looks? What do you got?
I am still stunned that Devin Diaz was in the building, comes out in the middle of an incredible tag team contest. I'm shocked, Trevin, but thank God for Rafael Gonzalez being here. What a night. I want to thank our sponsors, Territory Tees, for letting us bring you this each and every week.
Indeed, an awesome night every week, 7 p.m. Eastern, streaming live on Facebook.com/WWN Promotions, YouTube.com/WWNLive. For Michael James and Alex Green, I'm Trevin Adams. Thanks for joining us. WWNLive.com for all things World Wrestling Network. We'll see you next week with more Monday Night Mayhem.